Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about shooting with a flashlight. Now, obviously on the range right now it's daytime, but I just want to talk about the technique as it relates to shooting with a flashlight at night. Now, before we get into that, most of us who carry concealed and so on typically have a small flashlight, something like this on their person, and quite frankly, typically we use this more so for looking for things in between things that fall in the car seat, or just more for a utility purpose where we're just looking for things in dark places. Now, we also carry this in the event that if we ever have to use our flashlight in conjunction with our firearm. Now, depending on your setup, if you have your firearm mounted with a weapon light, then great. Obviously, that's going to be your primary when you have to shoot at night with a light. You're going to obviously use your primary. But if you don't have a weapon-mounted light, how do we actually use the firearm or engage the firearm with the light that works for us? There's different ways to hold the flashlight while shooting, and I'm going to talk about one way today in particular. I know that you can hold it with the butt end towards your thumb and then engage the light that way. Other folks like to have it wedged in between their two fingers, and then of course engaging it that way, allowing them to get a grip on the firearm. Particularly, I want to talk today a little bit about holding the firearm in the palm of your hand with the butt ends around the thumb, so then that way you can engage the light, and how you can actually employ the firearm. So here, if I have to employ the firearm, now first, my light probably came out first in this situation in the dark, because before I identify my threat, or if I knew there was a threat, I'm probably taking the light out first. If the weapon comes out first, obviously the weapon will come out first, but then I'm going to grab the light and then bring it up. So we'll go over both. But if the light comes out first, I'm going to have it here. Firearm comes out. I'm still going to do my normal draw procedures. Now, if I'm concealed, which likely I would be, okay, I'm going to want to pull up my shirt or hoodie or whatever I got, or if I have to clear the jacket, clear it with my primary, and then get my primary master grip on the firearm. My support hand, which would be the light hand, I want to keep it tight and do a proper draw onto my target. Now, if you can see here what's happening as I pass position 3, instead of picking up the grip here, I'm going to alter my grip where now the back part of my palm is meeting up with the back part of my primary hand or my shooting hand's palm. And what I'm really doing is I'm creating with my forearm and the back part of my palm a stable shooting platform that I can rest the firearm against and get shots on target. Obviously, this is not my 100% grip. I'd love to have both hands on the firearm, but we need to be able to shoot with one hand, offhand, in all sorts of compromised positions, this being one of them. Now, here I want to get back palm to back palm. That way, wherever my light is pointed, generally, that's where the barrel of my firearm is pointed. So I can actually point and look in the same direction, so I don't have two opposing directions on the firearm and the light. So here, and I have back palm to back palm. Presented out here, this is what it'll look like. Now, I don't want to have my elbow pointed down. I'm losing that forearm platform, nor do I want to have it kicked out, because that's also a weak position with the support hand. I just want to have it here where I have a good shooting position. My back palm is to my other back palm, and I have enough of my forearm in order to create a stable platform for the firearm. Okay? Now in here, I'm going to go ahead and actually take the shot and put rounds on target. And again, the things that are important when shooting is not so much the grip, but the fact that I do not disturb the firearm during the trigger press and my sights are on target. If I can do those two things, this grip or even a primary grip won't matter. But this is how I'm going to hold the light relative to my firearm as I'm shooting. Okay? Now, another thing that I like particular with this type of grip, if I have to reload in this position or with the light in hand, I can actually do a tactical reload here where I keep my firearm in the situation. I'm still going to index my mag just like before, but I have the ability to collapse that finger, eject the magazine here, and still maintain control of both the magazine and the light, okay? Putting it into my back pocket or wherever I'm going to go ahead and store my mags, and now I'm back in the fight, okay? If I have to execute a speed reload or a combat reload, now I'm going to just drop this mag just for the sake of demonstration, but if I have slide lock in this position, if I have to drop this mag, I can do so and still put the new mag up and get into the fight. So this is one way to hold the light and then be able to employ it in a real life situation. There's other ways to do it, certainly, but this is one way that I found that works for me and is essentially dummy proof. So I like that method. Again, there are other methods out there. Find whichever one works for you, but most importantly, one that allows you to manipulate the firearm safely and accurately and allow you to do reloads or whatever manipulations you need to do effectively and in a speedy process. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like and subscribe with the buttons below and hit that bell to be alerted for future videos.